airport's airspace.
It is shameful. We should be working together in partnership to prevent the next accident, not inviting history to repeat itself by recreating the same conditions.
The crash killed 67 people. On Wall Street, stocks finished higher after the Fed's decision today. The Dow Jones Industrial's up 497 points. This is CBS News.
Think O'Reilly Auto Parts for all your car care needs. Get the parts and service you need fast from the professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts.
This is Downtown Dade. How would you like to be able to promote yourself, your business, or someone else's business for less than the cost of one 60-second commercial on many Tampa Bay radio stations? Here's the deal. You can have your own 1-hour radio program on the Tan Talk Network for less than the cost of one 60-second announcement on many Tampa Bay stations. Your program will be on 2 Tampa Bay radio stations and will cover 4 million people in Florida, plus worldwide on the internet in both audio and video. And you'll have a web link for your business on the Tan Talk 1340 website. We provide the producer, the state-of-the-art equipment, pre-production of commercials, and much more. Check it out today. Call Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at 727-510-7622. That's 510-7622. Call Lola O'Brien now, 727-510-7622. Call now and your 1-hour radio program can start tomorrow. Call 510-7622 for Lola O'Brien, the Irish Hawaiian, at the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Thinking about starting your own business? Then you need to listen to the Entrepreneur Opportunity Hour from 6 to 7 p.m. There's nothing more rewarding than starting your own business. Gene will bring you tips and advice from themselves and other entrepreneurs that will help you get started. Have you already started your own business? Then call in and share your story to help other entrepreneurs. That's the Entrepreneur Opportunity Hour from 6 to 7 p.m. right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
That's the Entrepreneur Opportunity Hour, Wednesdays from 6 to 7 right here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Are you looking for a job? Join me, Gene Hod, on the Employment Opportunity Hour from 7 to 8 p.m., where I will tell you and share with you, as well as answer all of your questions and help you find enjoyable employment instead of a job. This is the only talk show that talks about everyone who makes up our workforce. Join me on the Employment Opportunity Hour from 7 to 8 p.m. on the Employment Opportunity Hour.
That's the Employment Opportunity Hour, Wednesday nights from 7 to 8 p.m. on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Hi, this is Paul Malloy, host of Freedom Works, The Paul Malloy Show. I hope you'll join us every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, here on the Tan Talk Radio Network, where we strive to bring you the libertarian perspective on political events of the day. There's no show quite like Freedom Works, with in-depth interviews, our ultimate top 10 list, and so much more. So join us for Freedom Works, The Paul Malloy Show, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 to 11 a.m. here on the Tan Talk Radio Network.
This is the Tan Talk Radio Network.
Welcome to the circus.
Welcome to the Dr. Lou and Tammy Show, sponsored by Code 15 Transport, the VDC, and the IV Vitamin Infusion Center. Stay tuned to 106.1 and 102.3 FM.
All right. Good afternoon, Tampa Bay. We have a very exciting show today. We have Angel in the house.
Oh, can you guys hear me?
Oh my gosh, we have Dr. Lou on the phone. I can hear you.
You can.
Yes.
Well, Dr. Lou is actually in the house because Dr. Lou is making a house call. Literally from a house. Yes, Dr. Lou does make house calls very rarely, and Dr. Lou is in the Wesley Chapel area from a house making a direct house call to you. You guys, you're at 106.1 FM. Just let you know it is the Dr. Lou, Tammy, and Code 15 show. I know that we're missing Code 15, and we have a guy in the house that used to be our angel, that used to be with us a long time ago.
Yeah.
But, Tammy, we got topics today. We have today's top medical news. What's coming up in the medical news is sponsored by the IV Infusion Center. That is we have a bunch of blood clots going on. In COVID, we have Legionnaire's disease at one of the biggest famous gyms in the Tampa Bay area, you guys. Also, we have to talk about HPV that's coming up. And also, unfortunately, we have Lister epidemic. Those are on today's top medical news is coming up. It's sponsored by the IV Infusion Center. That's Dr. Lou. She's located at 905 East MLK Street, and that is in Tarpon Springs. I have an outpatient IV medical center. Any of your needs that you may be sick with, coming down with, dehydrated, or you may have any vitamin deficiencies, all insurances are accepted. Please call Dr. Lou at 727-946-0607. Tammy, you're covering our community event calendar today, which is sponsored by the BBC Book, and I know you want to tell everybody about that. You have a special guest in your house. Hoping that she is there, right?
Yes, we have Jennifer in the house. So, Jennifer, tell us the name of your business, and we'll get to talking exactly about, because I was so confused, let me just say. I thought Jennifer had playground for kids to come and play at. That is not correct. So we're going to get into that in a little bit. Jennifer, tell us the name of your business, though.
So I got you covered from over your head to under your toe. I am the Playground Pro.
That is cute. I love that.
Thank you.
Playground Pro for kids and adults, I hope.
Yes.
Yes. So, yeah, it's not what I thought it was, though. I was very wrong. So we're going to get into that in a little bit. So that's the Playground Pro. But like I said, I have a lot of people we can network with together.
Beautiful.
So yes. And today we also want to do a little quick promo for a couple of our clients. Cosmic Donuts, guys, if you need a sweet treat, you got to go check out Cosmic Donuts over in Palm Harbor. They literally have the most delicious donuts I've ever had in my life. They make all sorts of things. They have lunches, they have breakfast, they have bowls, they have all sorts of stuff. They do catering. They also have a space that you can rent. And it's massively huge in there if you want to just take a bunch of friends and go have donuts. They also have entertainment different days of the week. Check out their Facebook. That's Cosmic Donuts at 34266 US Highway 19.
Yay.
Yay.
And I know, Tammy, you're going to be doing, I think that Mike is out too. We have 2 of our crazy destination spots that we're going to continue with as far as we can go through the 29 stops in Florida. And I know we have a lot of visitors this time of year. And I know, Tammy, I'm going to let you do that because we have an attorney's office that is helping us promote this. And I think this week, you and I picked this morning. It was Cow Camp was one of them.
So we're going to talk about...
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to talk about a couple destinations that if you're here in Florida for the first time, or if you live here, because I live here and I didn't know about this place and it looks pretty awesome. It is called the Cow Camp, and it's located in Lake Wales, Florida. And today we who is bringing this story to us is sponsored by Nicholas Ligori. And if you have any real estate questions, rentals or selling a home or buying a home, give Nicholas Ligori a call at 813-784-3584. And this is sponsored by Nicholas Ligori today. So apparently, first, when the Spanish conquistadors first arrived here in Florida in the early 1500s, they brought with them some cows and also some horses. But now these cows, they are still here in Florida, and they now call them the Florida Cracker Cows. And they have a cow. A joke? No, it's for real. And it is. They have a cow.
I'm thinking roosters or krill.
They have a cow camp
Okay.
in Lake Wales. Okay. And so you can. And so the herd, I guess it grew exponentially, and it eventually turned into a very concentrated population in the center of Florida, in Central Florida.
Do they produce milk?
I'm assuming so. Yes. Cause
okay.
look.
Oh, okay.
So what it is someone bought a bunch of land, and they have a preservation there for them. So you can go learn about them and go visit with them and go see the cow camp over at it's 14248 Camp Mack Road in Lake Wales, Florida. So that's not very far from Disneyland or Disney World, I should say.
I think Lake Wales is almost in the center of Florida.
Yeah, it is. It's right. You would hit Lake Wales before you get quite to Orlando. It's maybe 30 minutes outside. So
Yay.
yes. So yeah.
So
if you
what
wanna,
was the other one that we picked this morning that I think is so cool?
Oh, so another cool place that you can go here in Florida is the Don Garlitz Museum of Drag Racing. Who would have thought?
Now, drag racing, just be specific here, because when we picked this morning, I could not stop laughing. Because when you think about drag racing, because you know how Tammy and I, we get off because we're on a drive-home station, guys. We are comedy hours, straight hour here.
Yes.
Drag racing. Now, this is cars, you guys. This does not mean that you're dressing up and you're...
They're not running down the runway.
No runway shows on this one, guys.
I'm very happy about that.
Yes. So this is called
about being with us. We get a little crazy here.
Yeah, I see.
So this is called Don Garlitz Museum of Drag Racing, and it's located in Ocala. And apparently it opened in 1984, and they have all sorts of different drag race cars. They also have a whole history of how it got started and different races that have been held. And they have a lot of vintage memorabilia. So if you are into cars, that is a cool place to go, and just go check out one of the destinations in Florida. We have everything.
Well, thank you for letting us sponsor that two of our craziest spots in Florida for us to drive to around. And actually, some of these are all over the place. They go all the way from Jacksonville to Miami.
Oh yeah, there's a ton of destinations here in Florida. I mean, all sorts of things that you wouldn't even know is here.
So every week, stay tuned, because Tammy and I always pick at least two more crazy spots to go.
Yes. So Angel,
Tammy, I know you got a lot on the community calendar, but we want to get our special guest topic done and in there, because we have a lot of other things that we're going to be covering. And why don't you go ahead and explain why we have this special guest here?
All right. So first of all, I met Jennifer because we are having an event coming up on December 19th. And I'm part of a group on Facebook, which is called Boss Babes Sisterhood. And so I was talking with the girl who started it, Alexandra, and she was actually on the show last week. But so that's how Jennifer and I started communicating. And so she said, I'm interested in coming in and talking on the radio. And I was like, well, come on. So tell us a little bit about your business and how you got started with it.
Yeah, so I do custom playgrounds. We do everything from shades to surfacing. I started in the playground industry in 2020. I met a gentleman that was building playgrounds by himself, and I was trying life insurance, not my niche. And I was like, well, how does one person build a playground by themselves? So I went with him, saw what he did, and I just really fell in love working with my hands, being outside, being a different place every day. And it just kind of went off from there. I ended up helping him every day. And then eventually, about 6 to 9 months later, he asked if I wanted to start a business. And I was like, sure. Even though I've never been a manager, I've never started a business, never owned a business. And I was like, yeah, why not? So we ended up just starting our own business. He had the contact for Swing Kingdom, which is the Amish company in Pennsylvania.
Oh.
Yeah, they make the playgrounds in Pennsylvania, and then they deliver them nationwide.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah. So it just kind of, let's just say he wasn't the best person, and he kind of ghosted everybody and kind of left me with the business, and I'm not mad about it. I'm very grateful for it. And so I started the business, and it was quite the adventure. Let's put it that way. It was a lot, but
Yeah.
I'm here now, and I love it. I wouldn't do anything else.
So that is so awesome. So everybody understands. So what if you have a child and you are looking to transform your backyard into a play place, you're the person to call. And how could somebody get in touch with you?
Yeah, so you can give me a call or text me, 813-260-9107, or check us out on the website at theplaygroundpro.net.
theplaygroundpro.net. And this is Jennifer.
Yes, this is Jennifer. Yes.
Yes. So that's
Jennifer,
pretty.
where are some of the playgrounds that you do have?
Yeah, so a lot of them are in childcare facilities, HOAs. I have a couple in Hudson, St. Pete. Last year, Hillsborough County had a playground upgrade grant for schools, and I was able to help 20 childcare facilities, schools out of 80, and that was incredible. So they're a little scattered all over the place. We go
awesome.
nationwide, so if you're outside of Tampa, that's not an issue at all. We have Zoom, and we have this nifty design center on my laptop right here. And
very
we're
cool.
able to custom design everything on here. And it's just the neatest program. You can change the color. You can change what's on your playground. You can put slides in.
Is there any like warranties on those products?
Yes.
Can you
great
expand
question.
a little bit?
Yeah. So they come with a 20-year warranty.
Wow.
For residential, I believe it's 20-year warranty, 5-year warranty on the slides, rock walls. They have a basketball net, like this basketball attachment that's really neat. We have football attachments. We have a warps wall.
Oh, cool.
I mean, you can make it as big as you want, small as you want, and then you can add on to it later on.
Yeah, so you could have a whole little kingdom in your yard. That's
Now,
awesome.
do you have those cool slides, Jennifer? You know, the ones that go, my granddaughter loves those slides, the highest ones that curl all around.
Yes, yeah. We have the turbo twister slide. We have the turbo straight slide. We have open slides. We have clear, top,
like a closed in.
Yes,
Yeah.
correct. So you can actually see the children through the slide.
That's cool.
Nobody's hanging out. When they don't want to come inside from PE.
Yes. So me and my boys, when they were small, we used to go to this place. We call it the castle because it was that what you're looking at right now, which we're looking at a play area for someone's backyard that has a nice little top on it. It looks like a little castle, but they had many parts put together. So we would play tag in there. And I remember busting my head like multiple times because I'm a little bit too tall to run under some of the things, but we had so much fun. Like they loved that. Yeah. And they would get all their energy out and then be sleepy.
Well, let me ask you a question. So if you were to, obviously they're modulars, you can connect to them, you can expand as you want. Does the warranty is it the same? Okay, when you install you had 20 year, but if you're connecting more modules to it, is it based on the first, I guess when they first install it, or is it based on when you're actually connecting it?
So each part would be its own 20-year warranty.
Okay. Right.
Correct.
That's very cool. And I got to say, actually, I lived and grew up right outside, surrounded by the Amish country. They make some of the best furniture and well-made products out of wood that is on the market today.
Is it hurricane resistant?
Yes. So actually, I was in Zone A last year. And the playgrounds are usually anchored into the ground, but the ones on my display set at my store, they weren't anchored in because they're on asphalt, and I'm renting the place. So they didn't budge. Nothing happened to them.
Oh,
that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. So they're made out of wood, but it's encased in PVC
panels.
And then the decking and the railing, the slats, they're made out of recycled poly. So you're not having to worry about splinters. You're not having to worry about staining the playground. It's kind of, you just pressure wash it maybe once every 6 months, possibly.
So what I'm looking at on your screen right now, that is the coolest thing. It looks like a pirate ship.
That is exactly what it is.
That is awesome.
Yes.
And it has a
you must have
slide.
somebody that architecture, so you could get these specially made based on each person. Because I'm sure some of
they are customized.
Some of them are boats. Some of them could be a spaceship. Some of them could be anything that you want, right?
Yeah.
Yes, we have. I actually have access to multiple Amish companies that, perhaps one doesn't do what the others do. So as long as I'm not ordering the same thing from another company. It's totally fine. So Swing Kingdom is my main jam, but we also do steel and plastic. I'm a Wisdom dealer. That's another company. And there's also Country Lane that does pavilions, gazebos, and pergolas. So pergolas, however you say that. So those are Amish made as well. So a little bit of everything, honestly.
I always wanted a gazebo. That is like my dream. I want a gazebo where I can sit and read books and be in the quiet.
Yes, and we have them screened.
You do these playgrounds that have parents, a place for parents to hang out.
Yes. So
like a wine bar.
Yes. That's actually a part of a plan of mine in the future. So keep that. Yeah. I'll have
So you
like
do
that.
this like the where the shading for like sails, like the big giant different sizes as well.
The hip shades, all of that, yeah. And the gazebos, you can get them screened in, so you can protect yourself from the mosquitoes.
Oh, good.
Here in Florida,
yeah, absolutely.
Now you don't do this yourself, do you? Do you get it like?
Think about having
I can't
ones that
see you
were
putting all that
air-conditioned.
together.
That would be good too.
Oh, yes.
So I don't put them together. We have a team that's certified that is very well known with the manufacturer. The manufacturer actually sends down a team
that's
with
awesome.
Swing Kingdom. And then with my other products, I have other teams to do that. So although I have, when I did start in the playground industry, I was building playgrounds. So it's not something I haven't done before. This stuff is really heavy though. So
yeah. Well, that is so awesome and so interesting. So tell us again the name of your business and your phone number, or if you have a website or how someone can contact you.
Yeah. So I am the Playground Pro. My name is Jennifer and my phone number is 813-260-9107. You can either text me, call me, and then I have the website, theplaygroundpro.net. And then my email, really simple. It's Jennifer@theplaygroundpro.net.
Okay, I have another question. So you do the playground, like I'm looking at that, it's sitting on grass. Do you also do that black, like squishy, what is that?
So that's what you're talking about is the pour in place rubber cement.
Yes.
They have that at splash pads. So you can go from wood mulch to rubber mulch to turf to pour in place rubber cement. That's kind of the price range. Pour in place is very, very expensive. So typically I recommend either turf with some padding underneath it, depending on how high the decks are, because you have to have adequate surfacing for depending on how high the decks are. Then there's rubber mulch. So either rubber mulch or the turf is what I recommend.
Very cool. Very cool.
And then we do borders as well.
Oh, nice. So yes, so your whole backyard can be transformed and you can have a gazebo to watch the kids play in their new play place.
Absolutely. We have some really cool water features for the summer. We have a waterfall slide adapter that turns a slide into a water slide. And then also a swing beam mister that mist water onto the swing. So you don't have to worry about the kids overheating. We have a water blaster. So a lot of fun attachments.
Cool. So, okay, another question. So let's say you get to your playground and your child, let's say, is 2. Is there ways to adapt it as they grow?
Absolutely. So we have a 3-foot tower that's a 5x5. And when the child is getting older, you can put a ramp to another tower, to a higher tower. There's playhouses that are above ground, so you can have a picnic table under the tower or a lemonade stand. There's a lot of different things that you can do to add on to the playground to give it value. And then we can also move the playground. If you happen to move from to another house, we can move that playground too. So you're not losing your investment.
Oh, that's awesome. Yes. Very good.
Is that free?
No.
I tried, guys. I have a very important question for you.
Yeah.
Well, co-host there, it'd be Josh, the transport guy.
Yes.
He would be able to move that for you.
Yes, Josh is not with us today. He is who we call the dumpster guy, but he owns a business called Code 15.
That's Code 15.
Yes, which he does transporting. He does dumpster rentals, also hauling away things. He says if you need it hauled, give me a call.
I love that.
Yes. So he
Exactly.
says he'll take your ex-husband, whatever you need to get rid of.
So I have an important question.
Yes.
As a parent, how do I
Yes.
get my kids out of there? If they don't want to get out, I'm too big. Okay, so can I get them out? Is there trap doors or something I can use?
Oh
Reach in and
no!
take 'em out?
Unfortunately,
No, in the play place,
no.
silly.
I would say join them on the playground. Our playgrounds are that sturdy that parents can actually join on with them onto the playground. So yeah, you
That
want
is awesome.
play with
I
them.
mean, really,
Someone
I'm
have to
sitting
lose
here
weight,
looking at
basically.
this ship. But see, I have a grandson. He's only, 15 months old right now. And
Yeah.
I'm thinking he would really love that.
That pirate ship, I'm telling
Yes.
you. That is so cool.
Well, he loves dinosaurs right now. That's his thing.
Yes.
And you
we-
can adapt it with water, having a water slide,
I'm
and water
thinking
guns.
Jurassic Park,
Mhm.
reimagined.
Oh, absolutely. We have an Alpine actually that is kind of it's like a triangle actually, and then you can put a deck on it and slides and ladders and a rock wall and just
see,
a
that's so
ninja
cool.
course.
Oh, ninjas, yes.
everything.
Oh, that's so
Sky's the
awesome.
limit.
Well, thank you.
Jennifer,
you can hang out with
thank
us.
you
Yes.
Yeah,
so
you.
much
I
for
will.
coming on with us.
Yes,
Thank
you
you for
hang out with
having
us.
me.
We're going to talk with Angel for
Yes.
just
What's
a
your
second.
phone number again, Jennifer?
It's 813-260-9107.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank
and you hang out with us.
Absolutely. Yes.
All right, Angel, tell us a little bit about our community first.
Well, I've been a little bit of a hiatus on that, but right now we're working. I have a day job too that I work during the day from 9 to 5, and I've been implementing a lot of my strategies of getting the neighborhood to get together and communicating with them. So I started a newsletter. I think I talked to you a little about that.
Yes.
So I'm now beginning to pick up the pace again with our community first. For those folks that don't understand what that is, first of all, my name is Angel Santiago. I'm the president and CEO of Our Community First. Our Community First basically has a resource directory, which is free to the public. If you're in need, if you ever come across someone and say, listen, I don't have a job, I need food, I need clothing, where do you send them? It's just so much information, like over information load. You can direct them to our website and we can give them the resources where to go to get the help. And it's all free. It's all connected with different not-for-profit organizations. There's also job opportunities, and we also promote different businesses for free to help us with our mission. So basically what we do is that we sell membership cards to help our mission, to help support this cause, and to grow it, to help as many people as we can.
I have a question.
Yes.
Where is it based out of?
Well, I live in Tampa, so I did an LLC company, so it's basically it's home based.
Okay.
But the nice thing is that I've connected with so many different resources. They're located in the 3 counties. So my service area is Pinellas, Pasco, and Hillsborough County.
Beautiful.
Yes.
And it's
huge.
And it's growing.
Yes.
Great.
Angel has just introduced me to some of the most wonderful different nonprofit groups that I've learned a lot about. I've been talking to Alexandra, and we're going to be doing some more events coming up soon. So, yeah.
I like A1 opportunities. I know Angela.
Yeah. Oh, that's my girl.
And that's your
now,
girl, yeah.
I love her so much.
Yeah.
This woman has changed her whole entire life. And she now gets housing, builds houses, buys houses for women and men that are homeless. And she helps them. Angelina Ryan.
Yes, I think I know her.
I love her. But yeah, she's doing really good. They're doing a whole bunch of things right now. But yeah, so we are going to be doing some different segments every week on the radio about a different nonprofit or different things that are going on in the community. And I just want to also shout out, we're working with a radio station. So it's a second radio station on 107.9. And you're going to be able to hear our show on there soon too.
Yep.
So,
And I think they're supposed to be going live just before maybe Christmas Eve. Perhaps.
Yes.
Right.
So it's a brand new station. It's located up in Newport Richey, and we're going to be doing a couple different shows on there. And there are some show opportunities if anybody is interested with some ideas and things like that. That if you are interested in radio, so give us a call.
I know Tammy and I will be having a few shows going out of Richie FM, our stuff we have lined up.
Yeah, so Dr. Lou, she's definitely going to be doing like a longer medical segment that will be available for everyone to tune into. And then we're going to be doing more out in the community type events, but especially with a lot of nonprofit organizations and different events that are coming up.
And
then we have a few secretive ones that Tammy and I are working on that we're not going to tell you.
Well, why did you bring it up then?
Because you got to stay tuned to hear.
Okay.
You got to stay tuned so you
have
can
to stay
be in the
tuned
know.
to find out what we are up to.
Let me find out.
That's right. That's right. So, Angel, wait, some huge news in your life. Oh my gosh. You got married.
Oh,
congratulations.
Yeah, June. Yeah. So I got married in June. I was not expecting to get married. I didn't want to get married. This is a weird story, but anyways, I got baptized back in August. Started walking that Christian life, and I got tired of just being in bad relationship. I said, God, take care of that apartment. Well, I take care of myself with you. So basically, I was kind of focusing more on myself. So I lived alone, lived happy, a car, I was fine. Financially, I was struggling, and God helped me with that. And then out of the blue, this young lady gave me a business card. I wasn't thinking nothing of it because I promote business on my website. I was thinking nothing of it. 2 days later, I give her a call, and all of a sudden, when I call her, she didn't even remember who I was. Right? So I was like, I met you at this spot. You with your mom. I don't remember you, but anyway, I'm gonna go to church, and if you want to meet me, I'm going to church where God saves and heal people. And the minute that she said that, and I hung up the phone, had a weird experience. My whole body lit up like a light bulb. I was like electricity. And I felt like something internally said, hey, that's your wife. I'm thinking, okay, I'm going crazy. And I was like, and I had to talk to myself. Is it me or am I hearing something special? She goes, that's your wife. Go see her and just observe. Sit in the back of the church and observe. That's what I did. I sat in the back of the church. I was observing and she was focusing on church. I was like, interesting. So anyways, long story short, she had no feeling towards me. She's younger than I am, obviously. And I wasn't thinking nothing. I was walking by faith. And a week later, after we were dating, she was like totally in love with me. I'm thinking, what? I said, okay, God, there is a God. So it's from that point on, she's like, I want to be with you. I don't know what it is, but I want to be with you. You're a great person and everything else. And I was like, wow. I was like, kept going, wow, wow, wow. And she's like, but if I'm going to be with you, we got to do it right. We can't just be living together and we have to be married. Yeah. And I was like, wow. I'm like, I'm going to have to pull that trigger then. And so I pulled the trigger. Wow. And I'm still walking in faith, okay? So when you first get married, you really don't know someone. You still get to know them. But when we are having issues, and like all couples do, the first thing we do is go on our knees, start praying, and kind of work those things out. So those are the things that I'm experiencing now. I'm not thinking about an exit strategy. I'm thinking more how we can make it work.
Right. And that's what you got to do. That's
inspirational. That's my story.
It really is. Goodness. And you are such a good person, Angel. You're a good catch. She's lucky.
And I didn't have planned for no wedding. And let me tell you something. It was nothing. All of a sudden, a week later, we get the papers to courthouse. 2 weeks later, some pastors are having this convention for married couples, and they married us there for free.
Oh, wow.
Everything was off. It didn't cost anything.
That's awesome.
And I just keep going and going. I keep learning more and more about her, and this is wonderful.
That's awesome.
Well, we're kind of offended because we didn't get invited.
It wasn't a wedding. It literally wasn't a wedding. I went to the courthouse. I paid $120, and then from there, 2 weeks later, I was invited to go to this where couples, where they get together, couples, and talk about
like
marriage.
A retreat or something.
Yes, a retreat. That's what it was. Yeah. And then we were there super early, and the pastor was trying to clean, pick up the place to get it ready. And I decided to help her out. She's like, I want you to sit at our table. And then when she found out our story, she goes, you guys can get married today. Aww. The vows.
Yeah.
And that's what happens. We walk in the middle of like 30 couples walking down the aisle, and we said our vows.
Aww.
That was not planned. So that's nothing but God. So
that's awesome.
Congratulations, God, for something like that.
Yes.
I'm so single.
You're still single?
I'm so single, like a Pringle.
Oh, man. Let me tell you something. Don't go ahead. Dr. Lee, you were saying something?
I know. I'm so jealous right now.
You're jealous?
You spent over a year on the radio with me. Yeah. And you never even called and told me.
Okay, no, because he's so in love, he was busy.
It just happened like that. God works in mysterious ways, so I can tell you. Like what I can tell you is that when you're in relationships after relationships, I just got tired of being tired, and I was like, I'm just giving it God's hands, and that's how it happened.
That's amazing, and I'm so happy for you.
That is amazing.
And I got a 5-year-old daughter, by the way. She's got a 5-year-old. I'm now a father again.
You have to come to the Joshua House event.
She calls me daddy.
You have to come, and you have to bring her. You have to bring your wife.
Oh, she is a handful. She only speaks Spanish though. She's
That's
broken
okay.
English. But yeah, I have a daughter. She's 5 years. I just took her to school today. I combed her hair. She said she's gonna get her brush her teeth, and she doesn't know how to brush her hair yet. But I'm working on that.
My daughter-in-law speaks Spanish, so we're good.
Okay. Yeah, that's me. But I've missed you guys. I miss you, Dr. Lou Ann.
Well, Angel, I'm gonna forgive you, and you're gonna do me one favor now.
What's that?
You're going to ring that bell that's in front of you and say, today's top medical news.
Oh, yeah.
Sponsored by.
Oh, let me get your
Dr. Lou IV Center at 905 East MLK, Tarpon Springs, Suite 39D.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, you guys, let's get in today's top medical news because we're going to get a few topics, and I know Tammy's going to finish her show, and we got a couple other sponsors that we do need to get through. You guys, you hang out. Angel, I want you to stay on, and I'm inviting you back even though that I'm mad at you right now. It's okay, Angel. It's all right. I'm back in the Dade. I don't care. It's all right. I got this. All right, you guys, we got to get in because our first subject today is amyloid blood clots. And that if you don't know what that is when people got vaccinated by the COVID vaccinations, and we talked about this on several occasions. We hate talking about COVID, and it's always been a controversial thing. And everybody that is out there that got vaccinated by COVID, the studies have came out by the medical journal that people that did get this vaccine are now coming up with blood clots.
Yeah,
I'm not surprised.
Yeah, it is. And this has been a long study that has been going on. But I got the breaking news that came on to me last week. I hated to put it on. I wanted to do my own research because everybody knows what my opinion is, that I don't believe in necessarily what the COVID is and how it basically got a political standing. So right now, the research, it is out there that people that have been vaccinated are now having problems with blood clots. And you're going to ask where and how many? Well, it's a lot. And it's not a panic, but people that are susceptible to this are a lot of them that have cardiovascular problems, autoimmune problems, and diabetes. These are the ones that they started the studies on because those are the ones that started dying when COVID had came out. So the first thing they did, when the people did survive it, that's where most of them have been affected.
Can that be sexually transmitted?
Mm-hmm.
Blood clots? No,
not the blood clot, but obviously it's the virus, right? Because you're getting injected with the virus.
Yeah.
The only time the COVID is basically it's a virus kit is always transmitted. And how it is, the worst part of the COVID is that when it turns into a fever, then it gets bacteria. The upside to it is there is something that you can take, which would be an antibiotic based on whatever the symptoms or the next symptoms are. The downside of it, right, COVID is a virus, which is totally, but there's still so many different types of symptoms with COVID, and you come up positive for, because when you take a COVID test now, if you look at it, it says COVID, flu, and flu on it. So,
there's so many strains. There's so many.
Exactly. So it's hard to say, when you use those COVID tests, are they even 100% accurate? No, they're not. You're going to have to base it on symptoms. And they all overlap each other. So everybody says, what is if you're going to ask me what the COVID system, well, you better stay tuned because that is a whole program on its own.
It's funny that you mentioned that because I saw in the news, I'm talking about a year ago, that when people pass away, they go to the morgue, right? And then they found a lot of cases with a lot of blood clots. A lot of people would, when they embalm them, and they saw more and more cases ever since the virus hit and everybody's getting those, getting those vaccinations.
Yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It's very sad.
A girl who used to come. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Over a dozen people have now been contracted with Legionnaire's disease. And, this is not something that you hear of very often around here. And you're going to ask me what it is, and I'm going to tell you. This is an outbreak that is linked to one of the biggest Central Florida gyms. And I can say it because unfortunately it's out in the news and it came across the CDC. It is all these gym goers that are going to Crunch Fitness. And I'll tell you why they pick what is in Crunch Fitness. And the one that was located that had the biggest outbreak is in Ocoee. Isn't Ocoee, I think? Is that in Central Florida, Tammy? I'm not, or Orlando area. Isn't that right?
Nicoa?
Yeah,
the
Ocoee?
place?
Is that a flesh-eating bacteria?
Hold on. Is it OCEE?
Yeah, OCOEE, Ocoee.
Ocoee. Yeah, that is in Central Florida, yes.
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what you were saying.
Exactly. Well, if you're going to ask me what the symptoms are and what it really is, Legionnaire's disease is like a severe pneumonia, and it's caused by a bacteria. It is contacted by inhaling mist that comes from contaminated water. That, a lot of the gyms, or even if you go to the bars, you ever notice when it gets really hot, they have those mists that blow on you to cool you down?
Yes.
Well, this is one of the things that I guess I don't go to Crunch. I go to Anytime Fitness. But I guess they have a cooling agent, and then the cooling agent, it is in the gym. I think that's part of the circulation, these towers that blow the cool air through it. It saves money on air conditioning, so they have the mist that cools down in there.
So basically, they infected their entire system and is blowing it on everybody. That's what is happening.
Is it taking your sweat? And...
Well, Legionnaires is spread through water fluid.
Okay.
So let's say somebody sneezes into the system at the gym, right? That has it. And then everybody else that's getting sprayed with that mist is getting sprayed in the face is going to get it too.
Is it fair to say that because of the influx of a lot of migrants that come through different parts of the world, because it's a big migration of it, that can be causing it as well?
Well, that's a whole topic in itself, and I don't want to go in that direction because if you stay tuned to Dr. Lou, you will see that we have gone through every week. We pick topics that are on today's top forefront of anything that is on the outbreak. So, yes, you're 100% right on this one, but there's so many other things that have been infected by, let's just say, our population of people that probably should not be here.
Right. Well, see, Legionnaire, I mean, actually, the first time I've heard about this, like recently, was this year, I think.
Yep.
Because it's not it used to be pretty prevalent back like 100 years ago, like
it's like
lots.
polio. People get shot and they eliminated it, and then other things went back,
But recently it was in California, but it was vegetables that had the Legionnaires. So anybody who ingested the vegetables that had it, you know what I mean? It's kind of, that's how it was spreading. So again, though, if you think about it, what are they doing with the vegetables in the stores? They spray them with the mist.
Yep, that's true.
I mean, I just thought about that.
Yeah.
Yep. And it also, you have to understand, when you have hot tubs, it has the same effect as well. Because you ever see the steam and the mist that comes up from hot
sure.
tubs?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
So
you're
now you're going to ask me, what are the symptoms? Well, the symptoms actually are fever, cough, shortness of breath, muscle aches, and confusion.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very similar to like pneumonia.
Yeah. And it
sounded like me last week.
Did it? Well,
I don't know. I've had pneumonia and it makes you feel so drained and tired, like more tired than you've ever been.
Yeah.
Like hard to walk to the bathroom.
Yeah, absolutely.
I had walking pneumonia. I didn't know I had it.
I had pneumonia. I had like 3 jobs at the time and I was at work and they're like, you look like death. I'm like, oh, thank you so much. But I really had pneumonia. And then I left the hospital because I was like, I have to go. Like they admitted me there. I was like, I'm going to the bathroom down the hallway and I left.
I found out because I went bar hopping and then I kept throwing up and I couldn't stop. And I was like so exhausted because I already had pneumonia and the cough just never went away. And then when I got checked out, they had put me in IV and they're like, dude, you have pneumonia.
So you were too tipsy. You didn't even know.
I was like, I took my own self to the hospital. It was a tough job trying to find emergency by myself.
And Dr. Lou's telephone number. Shame on you, Angel.
No, it was before I met you.
This was
years
before.
ago.
This was before.
Yeah.
Oh, years ago. Let's get on to this next one. We're going to go to Listeria. And everybody said, well, where did this come from? Well, we've gone through this on many shows before. Listeria is an infection that's caused by bacteria that spread through many foods. In the foods, I think last week we posted a contamination and a recall on cheeses.
So yes, which is still ongoing.
Well, it's still going on, and then it's all over. And I think because Dr. Lou doesn't hold back, I gave you the names of the cheeses that they have been recalled.
I remember too.
Cheez-Its?
Borden was cheeses are being recalled for having listeria.
That was one of them. There was quite a few. I don't have my notes exactly in front of me on that. But
which they were pulling them from Target and Walmart. Just so
when you say cheeses, right? You talking about
cheddar cheese and mozzarella, shredded cheeses.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah.
People put it in their salad. You just put all that and everything. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, this one here, Listeria, it's not the soft cheeses as much as it is in brie, because it's usually Listeria is unpasteurized, especially. So like we talked about milk or dairy products. That's when Listeria usually comes present. So a lot of people are drinking the unpasteurized milk because they think it's healthier and they don't have all the hormones and everything in it. The problem is the reason why we put pasteurization in it for that reason, to kill the bacteria.
Right, which is, these people that really think this, they weren't around back in the day before they started to pasteurize milk, and what a problem it was. That is the entire reason why they started pasteurizing it.
Right.
Because of all the diseases that it's transported. Think about warm milk and it just sits there outside of the cow for how long, in dirt. I mean, really, if you think about it, and then see when you buy it at the store in that jug, it's been put a heating process to kill all the germs. But if you get it unpasteurized,
then you wonder why we have all these health problems, right?
Yeah, right.
Well, a lot of people, milk was never pasteurized until really almost the 1950s, 1960s.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of people that actually drank it and survived. So now we have people that drink pasteurized milk, which is a good thing. But then we have all these hormones that are in it. Now we have people that look like Amazons, and Dr. Lou is on that short size. So you know what year I was born. So the other thing is, no, I'm not that old, you guys. I'm old. But anyway, deli meat is high, and we talked about that at one time, as well as, sushi and any type of a raw meat. But when it comes to the unpasteurized, so that's feta, that would be brie, and there's a lot of other cheeses. I don't need to get into cheese, but cold meat. A lot of people are asking me on the cold meat, because I know that I don't want to say the name, but it's one of the biggest brands that is out there, and everybody is buying it.
I'll say it.
Go ahead.
Boar's Head. Boar's
There
Head
you go.
has a recalls a lot.
And you always have a cold meat in your, and there's crispers now that they have in these refrigerators. Cold meat, and if it's not used, you have to watch the dates on it. It can have a foul smell or a discoloration to it. Then you know that it has that bacteria in it.
Right. And the thing about Boar's Head is they really don't put a ton of preservatives in their meats. That's what they're known for. And that's the problem. They really only is good when you buy it 4 to 5 days. After that, I would not eat it.
Wow.
So people think,
that is true.
I can keep it in the 2-3 weeks. No, don't do that.
Right. Cold meat is once it's sliced, it can be contaminated. If it's not used, I'm going to say, when patients come to me and ask, I'm going to say a week, and maybe not even that. If it's over that, it's gone.
Yep.
Okay, men that are single, do not eat the bologna sandwich in the fridge after 2 weeks.
That's true.
Right.
Men that are single.
Men that are single. And if you're Christian, we have a single lady in the house, 727-441-3000. Jennifer.
Well, these symptoms will scare you enough to want to do this. That's loose stools, diarrhea, upset stomach.
Oh, God. That was my dinner plan.
Some people have had seizures. Okay. So, and trouble breathing, loss of energy, So, yeah, be careful, you guys, what you're eating out there, because make sure all your food is rinsed thoroughly or it's cooked to the proper temperature. I know that we touched upon that on our turkey problem a couple of weeks ago. So make sure all your food is properly stored. All right, you guys, the next thing that we have on our top list today is HPV. Tammy, you're going to love this one. This one is our sexually transmitted disease, and we've been battling this one in a few of our counties here in the beaches through the summer because we've had one of the hottest summers here. Well, I guess these people that contracted it all through summer has now brought it into the fall because it is hit wide, and that's what HPV is. It's a symptom, however, that's present caused by health issues in a lifestyle. By increasing awareness, please, you guys, you need to be vaccinated. I know vaccinations are all up in the air right now too, but this is something that can be treated, and it is.
Or just keep it in your pants.
Yeah,
because these days that's the safest policy. Because seriously.
I mean, exactly. You guys, sexual transmitted diseases is prominent here. I know you guys like to be sexually active, but everybody thinks what the repercussions are until you actually come down with something. And if you don't get regular checkups, and if you are highly sexually, some people I know are not sexual person, and I guess that's one way of not having to deal with any of this, but some people do love it, that you guys need to think, really need to think before you start going around.
Well, HPV sometimes goes away on its own, but do you know how many strains there are of HPV now?
I was just going to say that,
so
I'm
many.
glad you brought that up, because there are so many different strains of this, and you always want to be tested for infections, and especially these, if you don't, it can actually lead into brain damage.
Oh, yeah, and cancer.
Yeah, it's one of the biggest ones.
Yep. So it is actually, you're taking your life in your hands. Everybody does it. When you're young, you're stupid. You don't think about it, but you really should think about it.
Is that also skin to skin contact?
It
to
can
get it?
be. Yes, it is.
Yes. It doesn't have to be necessarily like. It could be oral.
It is skin to skin. Yes.
Yeah. No,
yes.
it's skin to skin.
Right.
And it affects the immune system. Everybody says it's not like AIDS, it's viral or just by needles. This one is HPV is not. It is skin to skin. And it's highly contaminated.
Which means even, honestly, people don't like talking about these things, but even if you're wearing a condom, you can still get HPV.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, because it can be located in certain parts of the body if you rub it. It's almost like, how can I break it down? It's like it's a wart, basically.
Well, yes, and that's what it starts as. But again, there's so many strains that, especially in females, but also males, and especially more now than ever, cancer, different types of cancer, prostate cancers, all kinds of different cancers for everybody. So stop it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm glad I'm married.
Yes.
Well, even when you're married, like whether you're out in the public in toilets or touching other people, that's okay. So it doesn't necessarily just because you're married that you're going to.
Well, that's why I stand on the toilet in a public place. It sounds crazy, but I do.
I do.
You're a hover.
Exactly.
I am.
TMI.
I am.
Now we know when you think someone's not there, someone just double check.
Yes. But also it is controversial as well. But there is a vaccination for kids. They say get your child vaccinated by about 10 years old. Okay. Because then you can. It does prevent it from getting it.
Can a healthy diet also?
Yeah. Who knows?
If you have a good, healthy immune system, they can also help you, right?
Well, like I said, there's so many strains.
Yes, there is. But we only have 5 more minutes, so I'm not going to blow through my last one here because we got a couple more things we need to get in. But you guys, every week we pick the most controversial topic news, as well as we have to do the major outbreaks that are going on. All right, so listen, you guys, this next commercial is a special one. I'm shouting this out because this is Painting and More. Painting and More, if you have this guy here, if your life is a little gray and your room feels like it's closing in, you has no color in your life, well, this Jersey boy can change that. Sorry, you guys, but he's taken, but don't worry. He's on the money when it comes to painting. He's over 30 years experience in painting in million-dollar homes, residential and small spaces. He does staining, garage floors, refinishing. So whether or not you're selling your home, you want to make your home look more like a castle, call Painting and More. Tammy, oh my God, where's this guy's phone number? I got it. Okay, hang on. I'm a little, I got this. His phone number is 813-650-7551. That's Painting and More. Please call him. He can turn your home back into your castle the way that it looks. They put a little more color in your life.
All
Tammy,
right.
you got to get through some of our.
Yeah, I
we
got
have
some
a
promos
event that's going on at Cricketers, and we have a toy drive and a toy giveaway.
Yes.
Tammy, you only got 4 minutes.
I know. So yeah, I want to just do a quick shout out to Famous OG Cuts up in Tarpon. They do awesome guy cuts, and they have a $5 off coupon in the coupon book, and they are located at 409 South Pinellas Avenue, right beside the Jerk Center in Tarpon, right off of Alt 19 or Pinellas Avenue. So that's one thing that I just want to mention. Go get a cut from Famous OG Cuts. But we do have an event coming up on December 19th, and it is for Joshua House. And that is children that are in foster care that have been abused, or for whatever reason they have landed there. There at Joshua House, and we want to show them so much love for Christmas this year, and we are having a big party for them. Yay. Yeah, so Boss Babes is going to be in the house. Lots of volunteers, so many awesome things we have planned for these kids, but each child has been basically adopted by someone.
4 more adopted.
No, we got that done today.
Yay!
Actually, I got to shout out my son. He's in the Navy in Bahrain right now, and he's going to be here on Monday, and he adopted the other 4 kids that we needed done. So yeah, so he'll be at the event as well. But so all of the children have been basically accounted for. Plus, I think right now though, what we are looking for is white elephant gifts. Yes. So if we could, I mean, we'll go shopping. You don't have to do it, or you can donate, whichever you like. But, white elephant gifts are kind of fun things that you might want to trade. Yeah. So I'm thinking like games, because there's really, honestly, there's a lot of teenagers there. Everybody always forgets about them and only thinks about little children at Christmas time. These kids need to feel loved, so we're having I hope they have an awesome time at this party. More and more things keep getting added, and I think it's going to be great for them. But we're doing that on December 19th, 5 to 8 p.m. at Joshua House in Lutz. And then on December 20th, we actually are doing a toy drop in off Tarpon Avenue at the Jerk Center for underprivileged kids. And honestly, anybody who needs some Christmas gifts, come out and see us. We'll take care of you. We're going to be in the parking lot.
Joshua House.
No, this is on December 20th, the day
20th?
after.
Okay.
This is on, no, I'm sorry, not the 20th. It's going to be Monday. All right, guys, we'll talk about that later. It is almost time to go. We'll talk to you later. Thank you, Dr. Lou. We'll see you next week. Thank you, Jennifer.
Safe. Yes, thank you.
Thank you, Angel.
Guys. Take care.
All right, have a great day, Tampa Bay. No, we're not doing it all.
WTAN, Clearwater.
FM 106.1.
WDCF, Dade City.
FM 102.3.
Listen.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by Progressive Insurance.
I'm Cammie McCormick. We're learning more about a tanker that was seized by the U.S. off Venezuela amid growing tensions. CBS's Linda Kenyon has the latest.
The president made a brief statement about the seizure, saying only that it was a large tanker. When asked what happens to the oil aboard the tanker, the president said, quote, "We keep it, I guess." CBS News has been told the tanker seized is named the Skipper, and that the operation included 2 helicopters, Special Operations Forces, Coast Guard, and Marine personnel.
The Fed lowered a key interest rate today. Business reporter Jason Brooks.
Fed Chair Jerome Powell told members of the media that he could make a case for either side and that it was a close call, with 3 members dissenting against the quarter-point cut. The most dissenters on a vote